Right, welcome to the Tom Roberts Golf Channel. This is the Hertfordshire Golf and Country Club, playing off the yellow. This is what 12 handicap golf really looks like. That is a sky ball, straight off the first. It's safe, it's alive, it's not particularly pretty, but we will take it. So I'm going to be uploading a full 18 holes on this channel every single week for you beautiful people, so make sure you subscribe. I'm going to be documenting my journey trying to get better at this game, whilst also giving you a real look and see at how each different handicap will play on any given day. Currently my index is at a record low, which is 10.7. We're playing off 12 today here. Now what I find interesting about being at this handicap is that when I was like a 28 handicapper, I thought that this was really good golf. But as you're going to see as these videos progress, it's not the prettiest of golf. I think at my level, I've learned how to get it around the golf course and score all right, but there's still definitely those big blow up holes in my game. But I also have the potential to make some really nice birdies whilst I'm out. So let's see what today's round has for us. Well, I'm not going to lie to you guys. This round didn't start how I was hoping, but there is one hell of an ending in store for you, so make sure you stay tuned. You can see here we scuff this 7-iron from 160 yards. It goes about 110, which means we have a 50-yard chip here. That could be really good. Oh my god. Oh, it's bounced over the hole. Oh my god, it's so hard. I've literally landed that a foot short of the hole and it's bounced over the top of it and just rolled on about 20 foot. Now, did I forget to mention that it was Baltic the day that I was playing? I think that it got to -2 overnight. The greens were frozen. It must have been about 1 degree while I was playing. We didn't make the par putt, but we did clear up the bogey, so we are on to the second at 1 over. Hole 2 is a tricky driving hole. Something about the gap that you have to hit it through always makes me either snap it left or push it right. It shouldn't really be an issue, but today I've decided to go for the snap it left, leaving myself no approach into this green. So we are pitching it back out onto the fairway. We do leave ourselves about 80 yards in, which is a full 54 for me. And I thought, you know what, if it comes up a little bit short, that's all right, thinking that the greens were really hard. But what I didn't know is that it was so cold and wet that it ended up going a lot shorter and ending up in the bunker. So now we are looking like we could put a big score on the card here. Too much. It's out the back. That's pretty good. Oh my god, it's got a chance. Oh, good shot. There we go. It's a double. It's not a great start. We're 3 over. Really, I messed up that approach. I think I tried to play it too short because I wanted to land it short because I thought it might bounce over the green and then I've landed in the bunker. Yeah, not particularly good. Should have just taken the longer club and just got there. There's not much to this par 5. During the summer, you're definitely getting home in 2, but in the winter, into a headwind, it's a different story. So we've hit a decent drive there. We've not ended up in the bunker, which is the main worry on this part of the hole. But we are about 250 out. So we're going to take a 5-iron and try and lay up in front of the bunker at the front of the green, which is never going to happen because I completely fat it. Now, I am like a 10.5 handicap, guys, by index. I've not been there for very long. I've been playing quite well recently, but I won't lie to you, I absolutely hate my swing. Every time I look at it, I think there are so many things wrong with it, and I just want to get down the driving range and grind it out and try and make it better and better and better. So you don't need to tell me. We play with what we've got whilst trying to improve, and so that is what we are doing. We do hit a decent enough 7-iron in here. You can see that there is a lot of ice and snow out there. We have a little chip in for birdie from the back of the green. Will it get there? Not quite. Bit of a nervy one. What's that? 1, 2, 3, about a 9-footer. Oh, he's done it. Woo, saves a par. Right, let's hope that gets our round started. It's not a great strike. Might work out though. Stay out of the bunker. All right, it's short of the bunker. Got to get up and down. Got to get it close. That's too much. Stop. All right, long putt for par here. There's a chance. Oh, it caught the edge. No. All right, we are 4 over through 4. Onto a par 5 we go, and it is actually possible to get there in 2 today because we are downwind, but unfortunately we push the ball a little bit, find the rough, and we don't get the rollout we really require. We hit it well enough, but just not quite on line. We've now got this dodgy stance where the ball is quite far above my feet, so I swing at it super soft, and it turns out to be our best iron strike of the day. Was very happy with that. So yeah, we've got about 80 yards in here. We're using our gap wedge, not going to give it a full one. And I've really got to get the wedges dialed in this round because, as you can see, we come up short here of the green. Very frustrating. So we're going to try and do a little bump and run with our pitching wedge, but we kind of gun it, and it goes miles past the pin and right to the back of the green. So we've got a long par putt hill. Can we make it? It's coming down the hill. I know it's going to turn at some point, but I just didn't give it enough beans, and we clear up for another bogey. Next up, we have a par 3 here, and don't be fooled by the flyovers, guys. They were filmed during the summer. That's why they look so lovely and warm. Now, I have got drone cam enabled here for this par 3, and we do stick it on the green, and you can see it just rolls back slightly. I'm going to try and bring as much extra footage from the drone into these videos as possible. Now, we've got a testing birdie putt up the hill. I just do not give it enough. Go ball. Another nerdy putt for par here. Lovely. What a putt. What a par. All right, come on. Now, I like this next hole, not because I scored particularly well on it, but because it's interesting. We scuff our 3-wood off the tee. It's done the job. We've now got the approach in that we were looking for. Ball beneath our feet. I was between 2 clubs, pitching wedge in 9. I go extra because I want to avoid the hazard. I've hit that so well. That might go massive now. Sit. That is massive. Oh, I'm an idiot. Now, when I say we went massive. We're 30 yards out the back. This would be an unbelievable up and down, but realistically, I'm just trying to get this one on the green. That's pretty good. It's gonna have to check and sit. Sit now. Stop. All right, it's on the fringe on the back. It didn't fall into the water hazard behind the hole. There's a chance. Oh, I've left it short and I'll put it wide as well. It's a bogey. The 8th here at the Hertfordshire is no joke. We've got out of bounds up the left. We've got trees up the right. It's narrow, it's long, and it goes into a raised green with plenty of bunkers. I traditionally score very poor on this hole, and I've taken 3-wood here because the number of times that I've managed to slice it into the trees or counteractively pull it into the road with driver is not pretty, and we've only just managed to get away with that 3-wood because it's turned down into the rough. So we are going to be looking to lay up here on the left hand side of the fairway away from those bunkers on the right, but because the ball is beneath our feet, it turns right and it does find the worst bunker on the entire course to go in. It's very frustrating to find myself there. It's going to leave us with that horrible like 50-60 yard bunker shot up to the raised green. I get it out, but unfortunately we don't make great contact, so we are chipping. This is a 4 par right now, so we've got to get up and down just to make bogey here. And you can see there, I overread the putt. It doesn't break as much as I think. And then we tap in for a disastrous double bogey to go 8 over through 8. Finally piped a good drive today. That's got a decent distance. That could be really good. Please be the number. Please be the number. Oh, that could be really good. That's so hard. Turn. Oh man, we could have had the first birdie of the year. All right, we'll walk off with a par. Okay. So we make the turn in 8 over par, a score of 44. But things are about to get good, guys. We are about to start cooking, so stay tuned. Onto a relatively easy section of the course here. The next 3 holes are very easy, and then we move into the harder section of the course. So we need to score well here. And I hit a 48 in here, and I thought it's absolutely perfect. It gets loads of loft, and then it hits the green and bounces an absolute mile. It must have hit a frozen spot, and it goes so far past the pin. I was like, what on earth? Leaving us with a 53-foot putt here downhill. Oh my God, is there a chance? Oh no, it's gone low. Oh, that's a great putt. Yeah. All right, nice thought. Oh, it's gone a little bit right. It's a great strike though. Still going. Just off the edge, maybe on. I don't know. Sit. Oh, that's great. It checked up crazy. I've almost made it. Unreal. Look. Lovely. Pretty good. Yep, like that. That's gonna be short. Go, 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 go. Yes. Yes. Come on. We got a birdie. Come on. Yeah. Hole 13 is a tricky one, mainly because the fairway closes up really tight just where my driver kind of ends up, and it leaves you no approach in if you go either side. If you're anywhere near the trees, you're going to have a difficult approach into the green. And today is no different, because we managed to slice the driver over down towards the right in amongst those trees. The back nine, we are cooking. We are 1 under through 3 holes, but now the course starts getting a bit more tricky. The last 6 holes are scorecard wreckers. Now, being a mid-handicapper, I thought, you know what? Let's not punch back out onto the fairway. Let's try something high risk, high tariff. We're going for a little cutty sort of like punch shot. It kind of works, kind of doesn't. Goes under the trees, which is a good thing. So it gets up there. I thought it was on the green. It just actually kind of rolled off the back. Came in a little bit too hot. So we've got a chip on here. Unfortunately, it's not that close. We're going to have a testy putt for par. And you can see there, it just breaks away as soon as I take it. And we do tap it in for a bogey. Hole number 14 is a tricky one. It's SI number 3. You got the pond on the right, trying to catch any drives that go loose out to the right. So you really need a good one. And that is exactly what we provide with this unbelievable strike. Feel very, very good about that one. And it ends up in the fairway on the upslope. So we've now got about 120 in. And you can see there we hit it. It looks pretty good, but it comes out a little bit pulley to the left and a little bit low. So it actually runs out the back, as you can see. We chip down. And this isn't a bad chip at first look, but it just doesn't quite go far enough. And it leaves us with a tricky putt for the par. We miss it. We make a bogey. And we go 9 over into hole number 15. Hole 15 can be a bit of a scorecard wrecker. It's a downhill over the water par 3. We're up a tee box today, so we're going to be taking pitching wedge. Come in. Come in. Oh, wow. Oh, hello. Wow. Huge jump forwards, and then it spun back. Just crazy. We've got a birdie putt. Oh, that's frustrating. We could have gone back to level. Next up, we have the hardest hole on the course. It's a long par 4, long drive up a hill, and then a long approach in. I actually think that the 8th is more difficult than this hole, but yeah, it's still a challenging hole nonetheless. We get a good drive away up the kind of like tree-lined sort of fairway there, which is always a little bit daunting. Always can play a little bit of havoc. So good to get a good one away, but then we go and push this 5-iron very, very, very far right. We're lucky that it doesn't end up in the brambles. The chip isn't particularly good from 50 yards, so we're now putting from just off the green. We hit a really nice putt. It was tracking the whole way, but it just ran out of beans like a foot before the hole. Damn, man. Just needed to hit it like a little harder. Hole 17 is the final chance for us to ruin our scorecard. A long par 5. You have to lay up 90% of the time because you cannot get over that water in 2. So we are taking 3-wood here. Oh, so much mud in my eye. Ouch. That has gone nowhere, but I'll make it work. So yeah, we hit a bit of a fat 3-wood there, get mud in the eye. We're now looking to do this quite challenging approach shot down to lay up in front of the water because it does get really, really tight between the trees. But it does kind of funnel into the middle. Not so much in winter because it's wet and soggy, but we got lucky here and it does end up, although it was a little bit left, in the middle. So now we need to get this across. This is the last big shot of the round. And you can see that we strike it pretty well. I took extra club just to make sure that I got there. And as you can see, the ball scampers through the back of the green. I've never made a birdie here. Maybe this is the moment. Go. Go. No. No. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, no. So close. So we are pretty much home and dry. We are 10 over going into hole number 18, which is a par 3. We don't have to go across the water today because we're playing off the yellow, so a much, much safer hole than if you play it off the white. Very happy to see that we get a very nice shot away here. We do find the green, which is all we're really looking for. We are going to get a 2-putt here, guys, to finish 10 over, a total of 80, which is 2 off my best ever score here of a 78, which was the first time I ever broke 80. But what's strange is because the conditions were so bad, you can see here that my score differential from the 80 round is far better than my 78, which was shot in pretty average winter conditions. I guess the cold and the frozen greens really, really brought that score differential down. So in some ways, it's my best score ever. I'm not going to count it that way, but it does bring our handicap down to a 10. Literally 0.1 away from being a single-digit handicapper. Can we do it in the next video? Make sure that you hit subscribe, and if you want to see another video, well, just click where I'm pointing on the screen.